you must have a large heart. A large heart. When I mean a large heart. And character. Large heart, character is a strength that grows every business. And my brother, you cannot be consistent if you don't have character.
I mean, I'm just wondering why character has to be in this conversation, because, I mean, business is all about profit making and maximizing that for the organization.
I must trust you to deal with you. Most people has failed because they're so talented, but their character would not keep them where their talent has brought them.
So what do you say about smartness if character would lead to trust in business?
You're talking about smartness. When you say smartness, is a relative statement. My brother, I want to ask you a question. If you drive a car, right?
Yes.
And they told you that there is one very wonderful mechanic that it's around your area, but the challenge is that he's not sincere. But he's very good. How comfortable will you be leaving your car?
I would rather be somewhere where we'll both be looking at how to fix the vehicle.
That's exactly my point. You see, like I would say, there's no need coming to like tell people. We can tell people all these inspiring stories that at the end of the day would leave them with no proof. But if we really want to talk about success in business, I'll tell you that I'm not of that school of thought, because I've always believed that there is a place called more. And because I've always believed that there's a place called more, I see myself as a work in progress. And I also tell every young person to always see it from that light. Because wherever you've gotten to in life, there are people that was their first step.
Interesting.
Yes. That was their first step. So you just have to keep working. Because any day you see yourself successful, diminishing return comes in from that day. Because your sense of reasoning becomes beclouded. Success is like a drug, hard drug. It makes you see people like you're a god. That's what it makes you feel like. And you know, when you get to that point in life, there's a problem. And the problem is nobody but you. And that's why I'd always tell you that falling in every business is good if you're such a person that pays attention. Because the reason is to draw your attention to something you have not done right.
Okay.
Go back and do it right. And continue.
Interesting. You can join us right now on YouTube and on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. We're live in the studio with KennySam, and together we're talking about doing business in the FCT, the merits and also the challenges therein. And KennySam has started us up with a fireball this morning of character as it concerns business when it comes to trust in doing business. But he has also spoken about attention span of what you didn't do well. How do people give attention to know what was not done properly in their business?
Okay, what has worked for me is me opening up myself to learning, unlearning, and relearning. Everything in life has got expiration dates. The way business was done in the 80s is not the way business is done today. You don't apply 1980s strategy to business today. So it simply means that as it revolves, you yourself do, because you would always become what you know. So in that business you have decided to venture into, what do you know about it? What is new? What's making people break grounds today? The place where you are today, is it the best that people who have done that business had gotten to. If that's the best, then you can also create a new niche for yourself. But information is power. Today we don't read. We don't believe in mentorship. I mean, our psyche is just make money, live good life. And the truth is, when you make money and you don't have strategy plans on how to sustain them, they would go. They will fly away. They have wings. They would fly. But if you read and you're well mentored, you would know what's the right investment. Okay, I got talking with one of your colleagues out there now before I go into the studio. I said to him, in 2004, when I started business, by 2005, the first 1 million I made, I invested it on landed properties. That 1 million naira could have gotten me a good car then, at least
a very sharp one
as a young man.
With AC.
Yeah. I said, but before I got my first car in this Abuja, I already got 7 plots of land. And I said to him, the most expensive of the land then was 500,000. And you know what 500,000 naira is? As at 2006. Because I had this, what's the word I use now? This drive just to get lands. I said, there are some I go for 150,000. And I was able to get those lands because I opened myself to information. I'm sure as you seated here today now, I wouldn't know if you know, but there are people who don't know that they can actually go to FCT, get a form, apply for land, and pay either 50 or 100,000. And they've been in this town for 10 years. But they won't wait for the period it would take for them to get at least for them to be allotted that land in their name. It's just 100,000. The 50,000 might be just tips that you just give to people when follow your file and what have you. And they don't need to know you for you to be allotted a land in Abuja. But so many people don't know. Why? What you seek is what you know. We've been told the lie. Yes, it might have worked for so many. They tell you that in Abuja, if you don't know somebody
it will not
that
work.
knows somebody, or you're not here with cash, it won't work. And this has so done damage to us that we don't even develop ourselves. That somebody that people want to know would want to know you because of what you carry. I said something to you earlier. I said we are what we know. Efisi, I'm seated here with LFC, I'm seated here with you this morning because of what? Who you are, what you do. You have invited me here today because of the pre-knowledge of maybe what I do and who I am. So if I had not developed myself to that level, would you have any need to invite me?
No.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Let's leave all this sweet talk. I said to myself when I was coming here, I said, let's leave all this inspirational thing and begin to tell our people that we have to change our mentality. And it should be that of developing ourselves. I say this to who cares to listen. The easiest place to make money in the whole world is Nigeria.
Interesting.
I see it.
In a time when people are already checking out.
And when I see it, with all sense of responsibility, if I had not had the privilege and opportunity of traveling, mingling, doing business abroad, it's okay, he's just talking because no. LFEs in Nigeria is the only place where I'm talking to you today, you can wake up tomorrow and you become a billionaire and nobody is asking you how. That won't happen anywhere else in the world. Nigeria is the place where I spoke to you, we're talking about, there's a land I bought for 500,000 naira in 2000, 500,000 naira in 2006 in this Abuja. As we speak today, that land is worth over 150 million.
Information.
power. That's what they say. So it has gotten to the point where we'll start being real. Real in the sense that let's talk less of the success and make people understand that you have failed does not mean, at this point, does not mean that you can't grow. You need to add more bites.
Add more bites.
Yes, add more bites. If somebody succeeded in it,
why won't you?
God is fair. You can.
All right, Abuja, we've got 47 seconds and we're checking out for a major commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to paint a business scenario to KennySam, and he's going to play the advice.